Hello and welcome, my friends. I am here solo this week. Parvez and I will be back in next week with some new topics, but I wanted to cover something that I've been thinking a lot about, and that is flexibility. One of the things about your personal freedom is when you find that it's limited and you find that you don't see the choices that you have, and you find that you're getting attached to things, and you have to recognize that you have somewhere in your life been inflexible, or somewhere in your mind are inflexible. So let's talk about that in some detail, maybe come up with some solutions for that. My name is Paul, and this is Path of Ascension. So I know if you watch a lot of expand your consciousness or self-help or spirituality videos, you're going to run into a lot of opinions about what you should do and how you should do it. And honestly, keep in mind that you are your best teacher. Nobody knows what you need when you need it like you do. So every video, including this one, take the good out of them, take the things that are useful for you, take the things that resonate with you, and use those things toward your own expansion, and drop any of the stuff that you don't feel is appropriate for you, because not everything is appropriate for everybody at every time, right? And only you know what that is for you when. So what does any of this have to do with flexibility? Well, the last couple of weeks we did some videos on meditation, and basically designed to let you know that there's a whole slew of ways to quiet your mind and get in touch with your inner self, sort of bypassing your sort of ego and what I think about myself person, and react and live from that center. So with that brings a lot of personal freedom. Now you have some space to make choices. Now you have some a perspective that might make a little bit more sense. It's a little broader. You're a little zoomed out. You're seeing the big picture. So with that, and to maintain that, you have to remain flexible. And what I mean by that is when you are not attached to anything and you're open to everything that comes in, you can make informed choices. If you have a set opinion about something, this is supposed to be this way, or this has to be this way, what you're basically doing is tying your own hands. So you have to be open to anything that comes in and discerning it with that central self. Does that make sense? So there's nothing inherently bad about having beliefs. We all have certain beliefs. They're only inherently bad when we are so rigid that we can't shift and mold those beliefs as new information comes in, or new experiences come in, or somebody else's experience affects you and changes your belief about that. So, even in science, I mean, if they were rigid about science, they would never discover anything, because the only reason that we are increasing our knowledge in any way, in science and math and anything, is because we ask questions and we're open to other possibilities. And so what is more important for our expansion, our spiritual growth, our expanding consciousness of ourselves than remaining open and remaining flexible and understanding that new information is going to come in every day, new experiences, and you need to be open to that and make those changes with them. Another piece of this is we all have sort of start the day with set ideas and things that we think, oh, I'm going to accomplish this, this, and this today. And sometimes we get very rigid on that because, hey, I'm in a timeline. I've got to get this stuff done. Well, life doesn't always happen that way. And I think even the more we try to control those things, like the worse off that works out, because there is something in the universe telling you to slow down and telling you to, hey, whatever you do today doesn't really matter as long as you do it mindfully and carefully, and you do what you do and you move on to the next thing. Fair enough. If we're trying to get a million things done in one day, I guarantee you none of them will be done with our expertise. None of them will be done with our full attention. And so here again, you have to be open to the fact that this plan I set for myself today may not work exactly out like that, but what I do, I'm going to put my whole center into. I'm going to be mindful about it, and I'm going to be flexible and open to anything that might change in the midst of that project. You know, a lot of guys may notice that that is a critical piece of anything that you do that's creative. I know when I'm working on a piece of music and I have an idea, a set idea of what I'm trying to do or what I want to do, or even sort of a vision of what it's going to look like at the end, you know, by the time the whole thing's over, if I was doing it properly and mindfully and allowing a co creation within the universe to happen rather than just my set, preset mindset of what I wanted to accomplish or what I wanted it to look like, I'm likely to get a lot better results. So I want to encourage you to take that attitude with everything that you do and understand that life itself is just a huge ball of creativity. It's creative choices and creative problems and things that come up that and the more flexible, the more open you can be to every possibility and every solution to any issue that comes up, uh, the better off you're going to be, the better decisions you make, and the more life is going to be more of a fun thing for you rather than just something you need to get through during the day. Okay, I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the description box below. Next week, Parvez and I will be back with another combined video on some topics. If you have any topics that you would like to see added to that video, please put those in the comments as well. We got a full week to decide what exactly we're going to do next week, but I'm sure it'll be something fun. Thanks again. Have a great day.